it happened. HBO has finally come out with the casting for Harry Potter, but only for 6 actors/actresses, and that is the staff of Hogwarts. Now, all the rumors have been confirmed. Snape is a black man now. Quirrell is my age, which, you know what, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And we have even a fun fact of a little Harry Potter movie tie-in with one of these actors. So let's just look at everything. I'm going to be trying to be as rational and unbiased as possible, but holy shit, did they make it difficult. This was posted on Instagram 5 hours ago from the following account: Stream on Max, HBO, and Harry Potter. And it says, "Wands at the ready, we welcome our staff to Hogwarts. Please welcome John Lithgow as Albus Dumbledore, Janet McTeer as Minerva McGonagall, Papa Ezidue as Severus Snape, Nick Frost as Rubius Hagrid, Luke Thallon as Quirinus Quirrell, and Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch to the HBO original series Harry Potter." And as you can see, it's in the respective order of the casting. And then here are some images of them. Now, we already knew about Dumbledore, Snape, McGonagall, and Hagrid. We didn't hear anything about Argus Filch or Quirrell. At least I never really heard anything about it. And I've done my digging on the newer actors. Like, we've already looked at everything about these guys, so I'm not really going to focus on them a whole lot. Don't worry, I'll have my say. But if you really want to know my thoughts on Dumbledore and Snape, do consider watching my previous videos. I will link them for you guys in the description below as well, because I have a lot of statements on this and a lot of facts about Papa Ezidue and his choice of casting. I want to point out, by the way, that the comments were automatically disabled. They never allowed any comments whatsoever. Now, why would you do that? Why would you make this big-ass announcement and then not allow any comments? Why is that? Did you realize that people are going to be really pissed about this casting? Were you trying to gaslight the audience and, like, shut them up already? I wonder. So please point that out, that you will see that all this stuff is already censored, because they really love their fans. They're going to censor us. Shout out HBO. I did point it out on Twitter saying comments disabled with a clown emoji because only clowns censor comments. But, I was not home when I saw the announcement, or the official announcement, that is, because we already knew about the casting already. So I finally am now making this video later in the afternoon. But I actually chatted with someone who worked on 3 of the Harry Potter movies. Now, I'm not going to bring their name up or anything because it was in a private DM. However, this person said it was very uninspiring. I'll let you just ponder with that. Uninspiring casting. So no one's really excited for this. And if they are, I'm going to be honest, I think you're a shill for Warner Brothers. Because how can you be excited already when they're all the bullshit that they've already said? Now, there is a massive statement made by HBO, and we're going to break that down too. So stick around, because it's super telling of how they think of their fans. Anyway, let's move on. In my previous video about Papa Ezidue, I had said that his Instagram account was locked, and it was, until very recently. In fact, when I just checked his Instagram about 30 minutes ago, he had made a post. Or 16 minutes ago, I should say. So here it is. It says, "An honor and a privilege to be going on this journey with these legends. We shall eat and we shall leave no crumbs." By the way, I hate that terminology. What is this? Eat and leave no crumbs? What are you, a mouse? Anyway, it says, "See you at Hogwarts, Professor Snape." And he has a story now. Let's see what it says. Oh my god, he's trolling us. He's literally trolling us. Oh my god, Black Snape. Screen grabbing that. That's wild. He's just trolling us. Holy shit. You know what? Props to him for being a troll. Anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So he says that statement, and you know what, that's fine. He's saying it's an honor and a privilege. I agree. If you're going to be part of Harry Potter, yes, it is an honor and a privilege, so I agree with his statement. Do I think he's the correct casting? Absolutely not. There's no one better, says Cho Chang. Fucking Cho Chang. You little shit. You're a liar. She's a liar. But anyway, she shit all over J.K. Rowling. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Cho Chang. Anyway, wow. I can't wait to see all the comments coming out with all these people commenting. Like all the previous celebrities from the Harry Potter show. That is wild. Cho Chang, you're full of shit. Anyway. Okay, next up. Nick Frost. And honestly, I agree with this casting of Nick Frost as Hagrid. I do, and I think he made a nice tribute. He says, "You're a wizard, Harry. Thank you for trusting me with such a loyal, gentle, and courageous half-giant like Rubius Hagrid. Robbie, I promise I won't let you down." So that to me is brilliant. He's admiring Robbie Coltrane's work. He's saying, "I won't let you down." And you know what? That's nice. That's a nice little tribute. I think it's fine. I think he'll be a great Hagrid. Best of luck to him. I'm not going to shit on him. I think it's great. Now, the funny thing about Nick Frost is that over the weekend, or even a couple days ago, there was somebody saying that they were changing their minds on Nick Frost. And I almost made this about a video, but I was like, it's too much of a rumor, so no idea. But like, somebody had asked him if he was going to be Hagrid in the show. And this was published April 6th, so last week. And he says, "It is in no way, shape, or form confirmed. I'm thrilled that I would even be considered." So he was trying to throw off the fans by saying, I don't even know. But, you know, I mean, he is a celebrity. A lot of these celebs lie to the press and say, "Oh, I have no idea." And then it turns out they were like part of it all along, like Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man 3. So, yeah. Anyway, that's just a fun little fact. Now, oh my gosh, I'm rooting for Professor Quirrell this time. Look at him, he's so charming and sweet. So if you didn't know, Professor Quirrell is Luke Fallon. I just discovered him. I had no idea who Professor Quirrell was except for this photo. And I was like, hey, look, he's a cute looking guy. And it turns out it's literally his birthday today. So they announced the casting of on his birthday. So you know what? That's a pretty good birthday for him. He's like, oh shit, I'm going to be part of only one season, but you know, pretty good, of Harry Potter, the TV show. There's not a whole lot about him. In fact, he's only got like a few credits to his name. I don't know these credits. So, hey man, I guess you wowed everybody. Maybe he's a stage actor, which I'm assuming he is. But like, good for him. He's really young. He's literally my age. He's 29 now. So it's about accurate for Professor Quirrell. He's supposed to be young, so that is age accurate. And then we actually have this one little fun fact. So the next actor that was announced was Paul Whitehouse as Argus Filch. And it even says it here, Argus Filch. But the thing is, the fun fact about Paul Whitehouse was that he was already in Harry Potter. He was Sir Cadogan in Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban. He was in all the deleted scenes as Sir Cadogan. Now, if you don't know Sir Cadogan, he's that knight in the portrait who replaces the fat lady when Sirius Black tries to break in and scratches the painting and everything. And he's the one who steps up, but he's insane. He's batshit nuts. And he was also in, like, the behind the scenes like DVD featurette of Prisoner of Azkaban. Like he would be like narrating all this stuff. Like he actually was really fun. So I'm gonna play a little clip for you of Sir Cadogan.
That you let a mysterious man into Gryffindor Tower tonight.
Certainly, good lady. He had the password. Checkmate.
See, he's there. There's like tons of these deleted scenes online. Now you can go and check them out whenever you want in your free time. But yeah, he was in the movie. So like that's actually really cool. I don't have any quarrels with any of these except for freaking Papa Izzadi because he doesn't look anything like the part, whereas the rest of them, at least, they could do it. And I will say, I still am saying, like, John Lithgow, I'm sorry, man, but the guy is way too old. You literally have Jude Law, who was playing Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts, right there. The perfect age, because you can just age him up with prosthetics and everything. And he's already played Dumbledore. I think it would have been a lot better and a lot safer move, I'm going to be completely honest, than casting someone who's going to be in their 80s by the time everything's done. Like, it's very risky here. I'm just saying, it's very risky. Now, I do want to move on to something else. Now, I just want to point out that there is no news yet about the main trio. However, honestly, I'm thinking in the next couple of days or maybe even next week, I think they're going to be announcing stuff. There was that rumor on Reddit months ago that we talked about saying that they would be announcing everything around Easter. It's almost Easter, so expect to hear more information. But here's what I really want to talk about with you guys. So this comes from the Harry Potter website itself. This is the official Harry Potter website. It has the shop and everything, right? So it says, casting for 6 Hogwarts staff members confirmed for Harry Potter HBO original series. Now, we already know all this stuff. However, I want to get to the meat and the potatoes. So they talk about all the actors, and if you really want to read all about the Emmy and the BAFTAs, like, they're all fantastic actors, right? I'm not going to deny it. Like, they all have awards, BAFTAs, nominees, Oscar, whatever. Good for them. However, I want to talk about this right here. So besides the fact that they're saying production starts in summer 2025, which we already knew about, this is where it really pisses me off. And I'm going to zoom out so you can read it all. There it goes. This is like gaslighting of the fans, and I want you guys to remember that on April 14th, 2025, Warner Brothers started gaslighting already before production even started on the show. It's in pre-production right now, okay? The series will be a faithful adaptation of the beloved Harry Potter book series by author and executive producer J.K. Rowling, and will feature an exciting and talented cast to lead a new generation of fandom full of the fantastic detail and much-loved characters Harry Potter fans have adored for over 25 years. Exploring every corner of the Wizarding World, each season will bring Harry Potter and its incredible adventures to new and existing audiences and will stream exclusively on Max, where it's available globally, including upcoming markets such as Turkey, the UK, Germany, and Italy, among others. The original classic and cherished films will remain at the core of the franchise and available to watch around the world. Blah, 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 blah. Did you say the gaslighting yet? This series will be a faithful adaptation of the beloved Harry Potter book. Hello? Look who you just cast as Snape. I think not. So again, saying it's a faithful adaptation, but then you're going and completely changing what the source material is, sounds an awful lot like gaslighting and not a faithful adaptation whatsoever. So keep this stuff in mind. And again, I went through like all the stuff with Snape in a previous video, so if you really want to know all the little details and all the gritty details about that, please check out that video. So again, I put this out on Twitter saying let it be known that the gaslighting commenced on April 14, 2025. Remember that, guys, because they're going to come at you and they're going to be like, oh, the fans were racist against us. We didn't do anything wrong. We just completely race swapped a character, an existing character, just because we can, and we did. Remember that. They're going to gaslight you. Now, I saw this take from Epic Mike, and I kind of want to share it. The idea that somehow, even if the cast was perfect, that we could get an entire TV series that faithfully adapts the Harry Potter books from start to finish is wild. A lot of people don't realize what a massive rarity the films were. 8 movies in 10 years, almost no major recastings, lightning in a fucking bottle. We will be lucky if we get 3 full seasons before shit hits the fan. So honestly, Mike is kind of correct here. It is like a rarity that those movies were so well made, and yeah, sure, they completely did butcher some things and omitted a lot of the story and things like that, but it was a movie. What do you expect, right? But they got the castings, I would say, pretty damn well. Now, did some of the actors not do so well acting-wise? Yeah, there's an argument for that, but I honestly thought that a lot of the characters looked their parts. Just gonna say that. At least they looked the part. Now, Epic Mike here hasn't actually read the books, so I'll be honest, this is a bit of a hypocritical statement from him, but my point is that it is true. The movies were spectacular on their own, and honestly, I'm gonna be wondering if this show will even exist for a whole 10 years. So that is the news of today. Like I said, I'm okay with all of the casting except for Snape. When you have such a layered character, or as a gray character, as I think J.K. Rowling even called him that once, a gray character, yeah, you gotta cast accurately, and I'm sorry, trolling us the way Papa Ezidue is doing it, and like even Katie Long saying, no one better, like, you're so full of shit, Katie, you are so full of shit. I mean, she totally turned on J.K. Rowling, so like, let's be real, there's nothing surprising there from her. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts below, and let me know if you think I should watch this show, or maybe I'll just sail the seas for it. I don't know, you tell me, what would you like me to do, and I will see about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.